Donna Hopkins, Pro Football Plus, out here, day number 2 of Commanders Training Camp, here with Ben Sinnott, number 82. Hey, Ben, feet are already wet, being this your second year. You like that, right?
Yeah.
But talk to me about second year starting where you don't have to think so much about the playbook and all the other things as far as being a first year player. How has it been in year number 2 because you've been in OTAs too?
Yeah. I mean, you go in with much more confidence. You know the playbook. You're able to you take whatever you learned from that first year and apply it to this year. And honestly, just getting your timing right, refining your skill, less focused on the mental stuff, and just getting better at the actual ball and actually at your techniques and what you're thinking. So you can play much faster, have a lot more confidence, and just be on the same page with the guys. So.
In turning the pages from last year a little bit, what was the hardest part about last year?
Yeah, I think it's just a lot on rookies with the draft process, and you're kind of thrown in the fire a little bit with the new offense, new team, that kind of stuff. So just the longevity of it, not a lot of rest. So being able to have an off season, get your mental back, get your physical back, was amazing this year. So coming in fresh and being ready to go was really big. So.
Was it anything that you did within your preparation as far as mentally and physically to be even more ready? Not that you wasn't last year, but it was a learning thing being a rookie. But was it anything special that you've done as far as with your mental, physical, in really getting ready for this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think just learning more about football. You got a whole year of film to be able to look at, work on your different techniques and seeing coverages on film, seeing fronts you went against. So just being able to have that data to look at and, okay, I need to work on this, I need to work on this, and look at things that you maybe didn't do well repeatedly, and just being able to find drills and find repetition to be able to improve there. So I think that was the biggest thing for me, seeing where I could improve and then implementing that into my daily preparation and watching film and working with that. So I think that was the biggest thing for me.
OTAs, Coach Quinn said you really had good OTAs. What are some of the things you talked about get improving this coming year? What was things last year you say, really didn't like that, let me work on this? What were those things?
Yeah, I mean, I think the big one for me is just being able to play fast, play confident, knowing exactly what you're doing on every play so you don't have to think about it. Because when I'm at my best, it's when I'm having fun, it's when I'm playing fast, it's when I'm just out there playing ball, not, okay, what do I do here, what do I there. And not that I had a problem with that last year, but just being able to let go this year and have that confidence and be year 2 in an offense, knowing exactly what these coaches expect, it was huge.
Hey, Ben, you were thinking too much, right?
Exactly. You continue to assess how the NFL works, and you're still kind of working through it. So going in year 2, so much more confidence. And obviously I displayed that in OTAs. So I'm excited for the rest of camp and going into the season this year.
You talked about, learning and everything. When you look at Coach Rod, what's some of the key things that he has talked to you about? I saw you putting in the extra work after practice. I saw you walking up with him. I had to pull Ben away from Coach Rod. He was giving him all that extra talking to at the end. But what has he said about from last year to this year, and what is key things that he has imparted to you to help you navigate in your second year?
Yeah, I mean, that guy's awesome. He's an amazing coach, and we really sat down and watched every play together from this season in the off season and when I was in the building rehabbing and stuff. So we sat down, watched everything, and the 2 big things we wanted and the 2 areas we like to improve on was just being able to get out of your top of your routes and just keeping your feet in the ground on contact was the 2 things for us. And that's something that we've been working on, and we're continuing to talk about after practice and as this camp goes on, and there's always room to improve, and just seeing what you can do and what you're feeling on the field and talking with somebody who saw it from a different angle, it's really beneficial for us. So.
I was getting ready to say, have you seen you be able to do those things from the film room? You watching that, and he pointed out those things. Have you seen it in the early stages of OTA and out here these last 2 days started to just materialize in those areas?
Yeah, I think the confidence that DQ mentioned just comes from repetition and seeing that improvement in yourself and making a play here, making a play there, and knowing that you can do it, and that just drives you and puts that fire in you to continue to do it and bank reps, and every rep out here is just money in the bank. So being able to just stack that and get to where you want to be is the key for sure.
You got a teammate, Zach Ertz, another guy that you can pull on also. What has he been to you with the experience and years that he's had in this game?
Yeah, I mean, you look at a guy who's been in the league, who's done it, and just a perennial all-pro guy, great person, and just being able to pick his brain, similar with Coach Rye. I mean, it's almost like you have a second coach in the room. So being able to pick his brain, and I'm picking it after reps. What do you see here? What would you do? What would you do against this coverage? So being able to just pick his brain, and you have a guy like John Bates too in the run game, which is the same thing. So I have such a vast amount of knowledge that I can just pick and prod from. So it's been a really good off season, and they've been great to kind of help me and guide me in the right direction. So.
Well, I don't get a chance to ask Ben Sinnott as far as the fans getting to know you a little bit better, because I've been told that I've got to wrap this up and because he's got to go to meetings and everything. But quickly, if someone was to say, hey, who is Ben Sinnott outside of football, who would it be?
I would say as far as like my hobbies or just as who I am.
Or just who you are.
I mean, I love to golf, love to play video games. I love to hang out with my wife. I got married in April, so we're in that little honeymoon stage. But she's great. Just like to relax, kick my feet up, watch a show, and just being able to kind of get your mind off football a little bit when you're away. And it's a good balance when you lock in and do that. So, yeah.
We love that smile. Ben Sinnott, number 82 in his second years with the Washington Commanders. Donna Hopkins out here, second day, Pro Football Plus.